Coming up soon is the 4-year anniversary of when I started making what if videos on this channel. Even though content has pretty much been stagnating from me for a bit now, I like to think that I've evolved at least a little bit since I originally started out. There are a lot of stories out there that I've done that haven't been completed, or have, but I'm just not happy with how they turned out. I figured why not go back and remake those that I feel like remaking. But today we're starting with the very first solo what if that I ever made, what if Tarble stayed on Earth. Avocado has been defeated by Goku, and it seems that the threat of the Frieza force is finally over for good. Tarble, the second son of King Vegeta, is free. With him finally having tracked down his brother to Earth as well, why not stay here? Sure, he could go back to his wife Gur's home planet, but here he has his brother, a sister-in-law, a nephew, super strong people to protect him? What more could they want? With that, Tarble and his wife make their decision to stay on Earth. Bulma would of course let them stay with them at Capsule Corp, and even though I doubt Vegeta would show how happy he is on the outside, he's definitely thrilled to have his younger brother back. Right off the bat, he would tell Tarble that there's a reason why he was sent away from Planet Vegeta all those years ago. His weakness. He ran away like a coward instead of standing his ground against Abo and Kado. Now that he's on Earth, he's not going to be living the easy life anymore. He's going to finally roughen them up and prove their father wrong that he was useless. Tarble is put under intense training with Vegeta in Capsule Corp's gravity room. He learns basic ki sensing fast enough, but Vegeta is brutal in every other aspect, all in hopes of getting his brother to become a Super Saiyan. It doesn't take long when Vegeta threatens to kill Gur, as this threat causes Tarble to lose it and achieve the form for the very first time. With Tarble in Super Saiyan, he's able to put up a fight more with Vegeta, but he's still nowhere near his level. When he's not training with Vegeta, he's spending time with his nephew Trunks, who is interested in hearing in his uncle's space travels. Trunks also wants to test out how strong Tarble is, and Trunks' Super Saiyan form is superior to Tarble's by a landslide, which disheartens the Lost Saiyan. Things go fine for the next few months, with Tarble and Gur adjusting to their life on Earth. Once Bulma's birthday party is thrown is when trouble occurs once again. Beerus, the god of destruction, has arrived in search of the Super Saiyan god. Vegeta and Tarble recognize Beerus from Planet Vegeta, as they were both present when he arrived on the planet and terrorized their father. Tarble makes sure to keep Gur as far away from Beerus as possible in hopes of not angering him, but unfortunately Boo still messes with Beerus' pudding and he goes into a rage. All of the Z-Fighters are easily defeated by him, even Gotenks, who shows off a level of Super Saiyan Tarble didn't even think was possible, but he was taken out in an instant. Beerus' slap to Bulma causes Vegeta to erupt into his own rage, and he manages to actually land some blows on the god, but this is nowhere near enough. Seeing his brother struggling causes Tarble to transform as well, and, against Gur's wishes, he flies off to battle Beerus. Beerus is amused by the brothers' attempts to work together to beat him, and just one shot easily sends him crashing back down into their base forms. Tarble has never been beaten that badly before, and by the looks of it, neither has his brother. Beerus is about to destroy the planet, though Goku appears and is able to talk him down. As in the Battle of Gods movie, the crew gather the Dragon Balls and summon Shenron to ask about the Super Saiyan God, with them realizing that they need 6 Saiyans for the ritual. Since they conveniently have 6 Saiyans present, the ritual will be easy. Except, this time, Goku isn't the one to get Super Saiyan God. The ritual is done on Vegeta. Beerus suggests Vegeta based off of his performance with Tarble, as he seemed to be more powerful than Goku was even in his own Super Saiyan 3. Over these months training Tarble, Vegeta has been able to close the gap between him and Goku that much further. And with the rage boost he got from seeing Bulma hurt, the gap was totally closed and surpassed, making Vegeta the perfect Super Saiyan God candidate. God Vegeta is born and the Battle of Gods begins. This fight wouldn't go too differently from the Goku vs Beerus fight, as Vegeta in this state is still nowhere near Beerus, but I'd say Vegeta would get the handle on Godly Ki pretty quickly, and his Godly Final Flash would go hard against Beerus. He would still lose, but impress Beerus enough where he decides that he'll spare the Earth. Beerus and Whis depart, with everyone praising Vegeta on his performance. The battle with Beerus provided Tarble with just that much more motivation to train, and his training with Vegeta has ramped up once again. They continue to train hard in the gravity chamber, with Tarble learning every grade of Super Saiyan, and even being able to master the form with his brother. Though, Tarble can tell Vegeta yearns for more power, to feel that godly energy within himself once again. Tarble convinces Vegeta to go and train with Lord Beerus, and he's content with staying here for now and training with Trunks. Vegeta and Tarble have grown much closer with their time together, and Vegeta thanks his brother for understanding his pride. Vegeta goes off to Beerus' planet, with Tarble and Trunks beginning to pick up training together. Things change once again, once another threat is sensed approaching the planet. Even though Tarble hasn't been adept on ki sensing for too long, this is an energy that he recognizes all too well. The energy of Frieza. Bulma organizes the Z-Fighters to meet up, with Tarble joining them at the site where Frieza and his 1,000 soldiers have appeared. Tarble asks how the hell Frieza is alive again, as he swears Goku told him he was dead. Gohan tells him that he must have used the Dragon Balls to somehow revive himself, and he's way more powerful than the last time they fought. Frieza is very amused to see Tarble once more after all these years, as he thought he perished when his own father sent him off to die. Tarble powers up into a Super Saiyan ready to attack Frieza for that, but the others hold him back, saying he's no match for Frieza the way he is now, so they need to wait for Vegeta and Goku to get here. Tarble holds himself back as he helps participate against the 1,000 soldiers. With Tarble's mastery of Super Saiyan, he has grown significantly in power ever since his arrival on Earth. He is now over Namek Saga 100% Final Form Frieza in power, which is great against all of these soldiers he's fighting now, but it won't be a help against Frieza himself. He had remembered being told that Gohan was the strongest of them all, but he is felled in only a few blows by Frieza. Seeing the only other Saiyan here go down causes Tarble to try his best against Frieza, but he's blasted at with a death beam. He can't see it coming in time and is almost killed, but thankfully, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks moves him out of the way just in time. Tarble wonders what Goten and Trunks are doing here, but the Fusion says that they've been training hard enough with Tarble to be here, so they attack Frieza as well, ready to take him out. And Gotenks actually is able to push Frieza past his first form into his final form. Once that happens, Gotenks is knocked away. Thankfully, Gotenks' power was strong enough that Goku was able to get a lock-in from Beerus' planet, and he's able to instant transmission himself and Vegeta to Earth. Tarble is relieved to see his brother again, and Vegeta makes sure to help him up and give him a senzu, as Goku battles with Frieza, showing off his newest transformation, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. Even though Goku didn't undergo the God ritual himself, he was able to go and train with Whis as well, and with just that alone, is able to gain his own godly ki. The rest of their battle happens as normal though, with Vegeta still needing to step in and show off his Super Saiyan Blue powers as well. This time too, since Vegeta is just slightly stronger in general, he roughs up Frieza just enough to the point where the Tyrant doesn't have enough power to blow up the planet. So, Vegeta is able to eradicate Frieza, ending his reign for good. The group celebrate Vegeta's victory once more, with him telling Tarble that even in his absence, he needs to get stronger. As if it wasn't for his nephew, then he would have gotten killed by Frieza. Tarble tells his brother he'll try, and continues his training with Trunks. After a few more months, however, Vegeta returns to Tarble to ask him about an upcoming tournament. Apparently, the god of destruction of the 6th universe, Champa, is organizing an intergalactic fighting tournament, and Vegeta wants Tarble for Team Universe 7. Tarble is overjoyed to be considered, but Vegeta blushes and says that he's actually only asking him because Boo fell asleep and can't join. He's the next best option. This makes Tarble pretty embarrassed, but he joins Team Universe 7 anyways. The tournament begins, and Tarble is the first up. He is set to battle Botamo first, with Tarble not able to do any damage to his body, as all his hits just bounce back. Tarble wants to transform into a Super Saiyan to get this guy, but he needs to conserve his energy for later in the tournament. So he decides to wrap his tail around Botamo to trip him, and then throws him out of the ring. Tarble wins his first match, and his next opponent, Frost, steps into the arena. This guy must be the Universe 6 version of Frieza. He's still angered about his battle with Frieza from before, and instantly jumps into a Super Saiyan to battle Frost. Frost is surprised and is pushed back right away by the Saiyan. The two clash blows around the arena, with Tarble sensing that Frost is holding back. Frost tells him that he surprised him with that transformation of his, and he'll respond in tow. Tarble knows for a fact that he can't really handle Frost the way he is now, so if he transforms again, he's done for. His father sent him away because he lacked the aggression of a warrior, and ever since he's come to Earth, he's been trying to prove him wrong. He is a proud Saiyan warrior, one who will show that today. Tarble erupts into a Super Saiyan 2 and rushes Frost mid-transformation and is able to slam him in the gut, sending him flying out of the arena. Frost slams to the ground and curses Tarble out as he is declared the victor. Trunks and Goten cheer for Tarble from the audience, telling him they knew all that training they did would get him there eventually. Tarble is proud of himself, as while it's not really Frieza, he still feels like he's redeemed himself in a way against him. Unfortunately for Tarble, his next match is against Vegeta, and with Tarble being a pretty nice guy compared to his brother, I don't think he'll be able to yell out any insults against a guy to paralyze him. And even in Super Saiyan 2, he's not pushing Vegeta out of the ring. So this is as far as he'll go in the tournament. From there, Vegeta would step in next, defeat Vegeta by swearing at him, and then teach Kaba, the Universe 6 Saiyan, Super Saiyan. Tarble does note the appearance between the two of them, and wonders if this Kaba guy is maybe the Universe 6 version of him. The final contestant of Universe 6 is Hit. Since Vegeta is stronger here, he'll be able to last a bit longer against Hit. Though, since he still doesn't know the whole time-skipping thing, he still would be eliminated. Goku's match would happen as usual, though this is his first time in the ring, and he was never poisoned by Frost, so he'd be able to put up a much better fight against Hit in his Blue Kaioken. Which with this, he's able to surpass Vegeta for the first time since the Buu Saga. I'd say Goku would come dangerously close to winning here, but respects the fact that Hit can't go all out in a tournament setting, so eliminates himself so they can find another time. Hit would most likely take the fall for whoever comes in next, either Piccolo or Monaka, so Universe 7 would be the victors. Tarble would return to Earth to try and hone in his Super Saiyan 2 form and perfect its powers as best as he can. Vegeta has been visiting Earth more now too, so he's been training with him some more to continue to grow in power. He tests out his luck against Super Saiyan Blue, but obviously his Super Saiyan 2 is no match. Vegeta notes that Tarble has gained control of Super Saiyan 2 much quicker than the rest of them did. Maybe it's because he still has his tail. He never considered that may have been a factor in how well the Super Saiyan form is controlled. Peacetime comes to an end though, once a familiar ship appears over Capsule Corp one day, and a familiar man steps out to greet them. Except, it's not the familiar man Bulma and Vegeta were expecting, but another Tarble. Tarble is of course shocked on seeing another him, with future Tarble just running over and hugging his brother, telling him he's happy to see him again after all these years. Vegeta tells him to slow down and asks him where he got that time machine from and why he's here. Future Tarble takes a deep breath and explains his history. In his timeline, once him and Gear escaped to Earth from Abo and Kato, they came across future Trunks, Bulma, and Mai after the defeat of Babidi and Deborah. Trunks was able to easily take care of Abo and Kato, and after hearing that this boy was his nephew and how dystopian his future looked, Tarble decided to stay here and try and avenge his brother by helping to clean up his son's world. Trunks and Tarble grew close while they were rebuilding, with future Bulma giving them a place to stay there. That all changed though, once a new enemy appeared. He had never seen him before, but it seemed that Trunks and Bulma had. They called him Goku Black. Goku Black destroyed everything that they had worked so hard to build, and through their battles, future Gear and Bulma were lost. Gear's death caused Tarble to become a Super Saiyan for the first time, but this wasn't anywhere near enough to beat Goku Black. The only option they had was time travel, and since Trunks was the stronger of the two, he stayed behind to hold off Black, while Tarble escaped into the past for help. The group are devastated to hear of all the carnage, with Tarble not believing that Gear is dead in the future. He tells his future self that they're gonna make it right, and Gear's death will be avenged. As they're discussing things, a portal opens in front of the building, and out flies Goku Black. Future Tarble powers up into a Super Saiyan just seeing him again, confirming to everybody that this is the guy. Goku is shocked as to why this guy looks just like him, with Vegeta telling him that's going to make this much easier. He powers up into a Super Saiyan Blue and attacks Black. Black isn't prepared for an assault like this and is beaten down badly by Vegeta. Vegeta holds him by the collar, prepared to eradicate him, asking him who he is and what happened to Trunks. Black doesn't answer and just smiles as his time ring opens a portal behind him and sucks him back into the future. Vegeta lands back on the ground, angered that he got away, with future Tarble mesmerized by his brother's power. Beerus and Whis arrive, with them discussing what's going on and who Goku Black could be. Since future Tarble doesn't have as much insight on the demise of the future Supreme Kai, they don't have the Kai knowledge to work on, but thankfully they did see his Potara earring. And once Kibito informs them that Zuno was threatened by the apprentice Kai of Universe 10, it all starts to come together. Beerus, Whis, and Goku visit Universe 10, and Beerus Sakai's Zamasu like normal, though this still leaves Goku Black in the future. Bulma is able to refill the time machine fuel pretty quickly, and now it's time to decide who's heading to the future. Future Tarble, of course, Vegeta and Goku want to go, and they should since they're the strongest, though Tarble wants to come along as well. He's small enough to fit in the machine, but Vegeta's not sure if he's going to be useful. Hearing that makes Tarble head inside anyways, as he's going to prove him wrong. It's a cramped ride, but they're all able to make it to the future. Once they get out, future Tarble immediately starts yelling out for Trunks. Vegeta tells him to keep it down, but to their surprise, Trunks does fly out. Him and Mai rush over to the others, with Trunks happy to see his father and Goku again, and surprised to see another Tarble. He says that he held off Black for as long as he could, and once he saw the time machine disappear, he used a solar flare to blind Black and escape, but he doesn't think that will work next time. Goku and Vegeta tell Trunks not to worry, as they'll be finishing him off. Goku Black appears in front of them, glaring down at all of the Saiyan filth beneath him. He tells Vegeta that it's not going to be like before, as he's been training since they last met. Goku Black powers up with a pink aura surrounding him, as he transforms into a Super Saiyan Rose. This shocks the group below, as his power has skyrocketed. Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, rocketing up to Black, with Black dodging all of his strikes and easily beating him around. Trunks powers up to help defend his father, but Black pushes both of them away. His strength is too much for them now, so Goku and the Tarbles power up, ready to fight as well, until future Tarble is stabbed from behind them. Goku and Tarble turn to see Zamasu. Future Zamasu goes to attack Tarble as well, but he dodges and punches Zamasu across the face. Zamasu grits his teeth and goes to strike again, but Tarble isn't a pushover, and is going to hold his own against Zamasu. Goku quickly gives future Tarble a Senzu, healing him enough and giving him a pretty big Zenkai boost. He powers back up and joins his present self in fighting Zamasu, as Goku goes up to help against Black. As the Tarbles battle Zamasu, they come to find out that he's made himself immortal, and nothing they do against him is going to work. As they battle, Tarble freezes in place, suddenly looking up at the sky. Future Tarble tells him to get his head in the game or they're done for, but Tarble still doesn't move. Zamasu wonders what he's looking at too, and turns to see the full moon in the sky. Future Tarble looks up to see it too, and his tail pulses. Both Tarbles begin to grow and grow in size, erupting into giant golden great apes. Zamasu backs up and yells out for Goku Black's help as Tarble stomps on Zamasu to crush him. The others are surprised to see this, with Goku yelling out "Way to go" to Tarble, though the Tarbles then turn around and blast at them before going on a rampage. Vegeta realizes that they aren't in control of themselves and rushes over to try and stop them. Goku Black slams him around though and flies in to kill them himself. The Golden Great Ape Tarbles swing around at Goku Black, with future Tarble's form being considerably weaker. Goku Black is able to fly around him and summon a Keyblade, slicing off his tail. Future Tarble screams out, reverting back to normal, as Black goes to do the same to present Tarble. Present Tarble is faster than Black thinks so, and dodges out of the way, unleashing a giant mouth beam to blast Black. Tarble continues to destroy everything he sees, until Vegeta flies out in front of him, screaming out at him to remember who he is. He is the proud Prince Warrior Tarble, not some mindless ape. Great Ape Tarble stares at Vegeta, ready to attack, but stops as he recognizes him. He says Vegeta's name and stumbles back as he begins to glow. Vegeta didn't think this was gonna happen, and is confused as Tarble then begins to revert back to normal, though, as the smoke clears, it's clear that Tarble has become anything but normal. His whole demeanor, and especially power, have changed. Everyone stares in awe at Tarble's brand new Super Saiyan 4 Power.